What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing day 4 of Detroit Lions fully padded practices in training camp. So let's get it started. Welcome everybody to another video. Glad you guys are here, and today we have a lot of Lions news to discuss, so let's keep this intro pretty short. But before we do get into the news, I have to let you guys know that Fan to Fan Network is now on YouTube. Go check it out, FTFN. You're definitely going to go subscribe to that channel. We will be uploading highlights over there, stream highlights. Tons of things are going to go over there. You're going to see from tons of different ambassadors. So go check it out. FTFN is now live on YouTube and also on Twitch. The link is in the description for the Twitch channel. But let's get into this Lions news. Let's start off with the participation report. Who is in, who is out. Now keep in mind with a lot of these names, a lot of this is Detroit Lions being very cautious and playing a lot of things safe. The Lions are going to make sure that their players are healthy. There's no reason to rush anybody back at this point. You have just under 4 weeks until the season kicks off for the Detroit Lions. So the Lions are playing things very, very safe. They're going to be very cautious. If anything comes up, you can bet that they're going to have guys sitting out. And also some players that we talk about are going to have planned days to sit out. Like Kerryon Johnson earlier in the week, some of these guys, they have already made up their mind that there are certain days they're going to have guys off the field. Certain teams are doing this as well. Other teams around the league are doing this with veterans. They're going to be giving them scheduled off days to make sure that they're rotating in and out. Maybe they won't play in certain drills just to try to make sure that everybody is healthy for the season. This is not the longest off season. It's a weird off season. The training camp is a little bit longer than usual. It's just a weird off season though. So Detroit Lions are going to be playing things very, very cautious and safe with every player. Now let's get into the participation report. The first player, probably the main name, is DeAndre Swift. A lot of people are very concerned about this. I will caution you, don't be too concerned about this. He has been listed as out today. DeAndre Swift didn't practice very much. He had an upper leg injury, which he was stretching out before training camp, and he really didn't participate in training camp today. So there was an upper leg injury. That's something to definitely keep your eye on. However, it doesn't seem like it's going to be super serious, but I will keep you guys updated with that for sure. But there is a little bit of an injury with DeAndre Swift. So hopefully everything is okay there, but the Lions are going to play this very, very cautious. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't practice the next few days, even if he can, just because the Lions are going to make sure he is healthy for the season. We had to deal with so many injuries last year. The Lions are going to make sure everybody is okay heading into season the best that they can. Next up, Bo Scarborough. He has also remained out. He's been out for a little while for the Detroit Lions, so this one seems like it could be a little bit more serious. But with Bo Scarborough missing some practice, it's allowed guys like Jonathan Williams to step into that role, get his reps, and he's been fighting for a spot. Same thing with Ty Johnson as well. So keep an eye on Jonathan Williams. This is a guy that's a dark horse, but definitely could make the team. Also, Victor Bolden is a guy that was sidelined before. He has still been on the sideline for the Lions. Some of these guys are taking a little bit of reps on the sideline, but they're not in there with these drills with the rest of the team. So keep that in mind. Nick Bawden is one as well. Matt Nelson and Isaac Nauta have all been on the sideline. So those are some players that are on the sideline. Bo Benshaw had no team practice today. Desmond Trufant the same. I think for Desmond Trufant is also a little bit planned again with the veterans to make sure that these guys are healthy for the season. And Marvin Hall left with an injury early today. So that's something to keep an eye on as well, as he is definitely on the roster bubble. Even after a really good breakout season with guys like Quintez Cephas and Jamal Agnew just behind him, those guys could be looking to take some time, as well as Victor Bolden and Jeremy Davis. They're not going to go down without a fight. So that's your participation report. Don't take anything too serious until we have the full information. We just know who participated and who didn't. It could be just a very cautious Detroit Lions team, but if there is some injury updates, I would definitely give it to you guys. Let's get into this Lions news. There's definitely some good, maybe not so good. I think a lot of the bad does come from the participation report, but on the field, we saw a lot of good things. So let's hop right into it. Let's look at some of these takeaways. The first thing is with Nick Williams. Now, Nick Williams, he looked pretty good today in practice, and he's looked pretty good so far at getting pressure in the inside. While getting pressure, and he is building off of last season where he had 6 sacks. He had a good last season up to that point, really didn't have much of an impact in the NFL. He has been continuing to build on that. You can see his confidence is rising. And Nick Williams is a guy that could be a big part of the Detroit Lions pressure for 2020. They're relying upon a lot of these guys like Deshaun Hand, Nick Williams, and Romeo Cord to step up their game heading into next season. Keep an eye on Nick Williams, but he has been doing pretty well so far in training camp, and he continues to improve his ability to get pressure on the quarterback. And Matt Patricia said himself, he's done a good job. Also, Jonah Jackson did the last 3 days in training camp at right guard. So he has been taking first team reps at right guard. Now, Matt Patricia said he has not solidified that role yet. There has been no starter solidified, but it does look like that by week 1, Jonah Jackson seems like he's going to be the starter for the Detroit Lions. Now, Matt Patricia is not going to go out and say, here's our starter. He's trying to leave it all up to competition, but just based on reps, it looks like that a guy like Jonah Jackson, as a rookie already taking over a pretty big role at that right guard spot, it looks like he's going to be starter week 1, barring any surprises. It's a big role because the Lions let Graham Glasgow walk in free agency, which is something that I understood. You know, you you gave a big contract to Big V. You have extensions coming up. It makes sense that you didn't bring back Graham Glasgow for multiple years. You focused on the tackle spots, and you bring in some rookies with Jonah Jackson, Logan Stenberg. There is some concern there with the rookie starting day one. However, it looks like he has been doing pretty well so far in training camp, so we'll keep an eye on him as well. Matthew Stafford, once again, had a very good practice. He also had a donation that went out for $1.5 million. That is just awesome. I know it's not necessarily football related. It's really, really cool though. Shout out to Matthew Stafford. I think I have to throw that in today's video. And Matthew Stafford has been clicking throughout training camp. We know he's been doing some good things, but one guy may have gotten the best of Matthew Stafford today, and we'll get into that. Amani Oruwariye continues to impress throughout camp. I mean, he has been doing his thing. It is a great problem to have that you have multiple cornerbacks playing well. It's a great problem that the Detroit Lions are not sure who's going to start between Jeff Okudah and Amani Oruwariye. No one has separated themselves because Amani continues to play well. And even though you want to see Jeff as the third pick start, Amani continues to play well. However, Jeff Okudah is right on his tail throughout training camp. There's going to be up and downs with these young guys, but it is awesome. We can't rock with two cornerbacks not in this game. We can't rock with just three. Injuries are going to occur. We're going to need guys that can step in. We need two really good cornerbacks. Heck, we need four really good cornerbacks. We need the depth at this position in this scheme. Cornerbacks are so important. So yes, it is important the Detroit Lions have Amani, Okudah, Coleman, Trufant, all these guys, Daryl Roberts to step into those roles. It's important that Detroit Lions have good depth and they have guys that they can rely upon as starters. They need this depth at cornerback. So it's great to see some of these guys stepping up like Amani, who has been taking first team reps up to this point, team drills. However, another player that has been stepping up is Jeffrey Okudah. Now, Jeffrey Okudah was the guy that we talked about. Hey, maybe he's struggling a little bit earlier in training camp, which again, he's going to have up and downs, so don't be too concerned. However, Jeffrey Okudah made a huge play today people have been talking about, and that is Jeffrey Okudah coming up with an interception on Matthew Stafford. I said that, right? I said that. I'm not making that up. Jeffrey Okudah with an interception today on Matthew Stafford. Stafford was taking a shot to Marvin Jones Jr., and Jeffrey Okudah made a huge play on the ball. Jeffrey Okudah had a good day yesterday. A couple of pass breaks-ups. One big play he did allow was to Marvin Jones Jr., but it was a beautiful throw and catch. Today, however, he got the best of Stafford. Banged up a little bit in practice, so he sat out for a few drills, but then he came back and had an interception on Matthew Stafford. Don't tell me this guy. I'm telling you guys, once he gets his confidence, he's going to start rolling. He's going to have up and downs, but he's going to start rolling. He is that talented. You could tell in college he's talented. There's no concern for me whatsoever about this guy's talent and his ability to step in and have a huge role year one. I know how great he can be. We know how great he was in college, and we know how great people think he will be in year one. Well, Jeff Okudah continues to improve, and we're already seeing it. Day 4, he comes up with an interception. Matthew Stafford did throw an interception earlier to Jelani to buy on a quick slant, but to Marvin Jones Jr., huge for his confidence. That is big time, and that's what we're expecting out of Okudah this season. That's what the Lions need in the cornerback group. I know some people are going to say, hey, you know what? It's okay to just have two corners, but I'm telling you guys, this secondary is what is going to make this defense go. If the Lions don't have a great secondary and they don't have great depth, we're going to have problems because that's where this defense does start. It does start in that secondary. It's going to open up the pass rush. It's going to open up blitzes. It's huge. The Lions need their secondary to play well. Speaking of secondary, Duron Harmon also had a good day today. We haven't heard about Duron. We heard about Tracy Walker yesterday, reportedly locking up. Well, now we hear Duron Harmon with a nice pass breakup. Man, this secondary is coming together. And not only is this secondary going to be good this season, it's going to be good for the future. We have a great foundation built here, and you can already see the pieces of the puzzle starting to come together. I'm telling you, I am so excited to see the secondary. It is completely different from last season, and trust me, it got a lot better. It is awesome to see these guys starting to, take form in this defense. Report out that Danny Shelton is a beast. He's going to be tough to stop. Danny Shelton has been doing really good in pass rush against Frank Ragnow, arguably our best offensive lineman. He has looked good there. We know Danny Shelton can stuff the run. If this guy can bring any type of pass rush, oh man, I'm serious, guys. There is reason to be hype about this defense. We made a lot of moves. There was a lot of turnover. We got guys in the building that want to be here, that are buying into Matt Patricia's system, and they're playing well right now. It seems to be clicking. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but there's reason to be optimistic for now and for the future. Going back to a guy that we haven't talked about a lot but a lot of people are interested, that is Jason Huntley. The only report and observation that we got from Jason Huntley today is this: the dude is fast. Just keep it short and sweet. The guy is fast. Jason Huntley is a quick player. We know this. We saw this at New Mexico State. We know how important it is. I'm telling you guys, it's crazy to think this. I know I may sound crazy and you're probably like, oh, you're just saying this. Seriously, we have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. We know the offense is talent, but we have an overload of talent. Offensive line, if they do their job, which it looks like they have improved, and last year they weren't bad. It looks like they have improved. The running back position has great depth and talent. The wide receiver position is one of the best in the league. Now you're adding Quintez Cephas, Jamal Agnew, guys that are stepping in. TJ Hawkinson looks great. He is built. He has bulked up with George Kittle, putting in work. Guys, we have a lot of talent on this team. This roster has a lot of talent. So for people to say that this team doesn't have talent, you're kidding yourself, okay? Pro Football Focus backed it up, and now I'm saying it. The Lions have tons of talent on both sides of the ball. Julian Okudah had the best day he's had so far of fully padded practices, which is big because we know Julian's been a little bit shaky so far with his start. Well, after an interview yesterday, speaking on his brother Romeo Okudah, how he feels 100%, it's been good for him trying to just get back into the things of football. You know, he's missed the season he's missed a lot of time with an injury with Notre Dame. Well, he had his best day so far of training camp, getting pressure, showing off that athleticism. We know he has to work on the run stopping, but that athleticism has never been in question. So a good day overall when it comes to Lions news, okay? Guys that we were hoping would have a big season are stepping up to the challenge. Jeffrey Okudah is the highlight of today's day, okay? Don't take anything too big if he struggles and things like that. They're rookies. Everybody's going to struggle. Now, the participation report is reason to concern. However, I will keep you guys updated on the severity of these injuries. We'll know pretty soon how severe these injuries are. I'm pretty sure they'll have to go through testing and things like that. It doesn't seem like it's too serious for DeAndre Swift, which is good. We'll see though, and if he doesn't practice the next couple of days, don't take it too as such a big deal. Just understand that the short line is being cautious, okay, because they need these guys ready for the season. And for a guy like Jonathan Williams, he has been taking advantage. Don't be shocked if he gets a role this year on the offense. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.